Hi, my name is Alberto Quintana, and I am here to present the work Regenerative Wooden Buildings in Europe, comparing Spain to other countries. Buildings are responsible for 39% of the total carbon emissions in the world, according to the US Green Building Council. Those emissions occur during the stages in the life cycle of a building: the manufacture, transportation, construction, the use phase, and the final disposal. The problem is that currently ecosystems are greatly damaged, and being just sustainable is not enough. The regenerative concept goes beyond sustainability. The idea is to bring the ecosystems back to a healthy state. Therefore, the objectives in this study are to analyze the barriers, the existing barriers when trying to create a regenerative building, and how those barriers change depending on the location of the building. This has been done studying the energy consumption by a thermal simulation and the LCA of a European average wood house in 5 locations in Europe: Munich, Ljubljana, Portorož, Madrid, and Valencia. The house has a wooden frame, and the building envelope is thermally insulated following the passive house standards. The idea is to see how the emissions and the environmental impacts change depending on the location. The thermal simulation has been done using Design Builder, which uses Energy Plus calculation motor, and as we can see, the results are pretty straightforward. The main contributor to the energy consumption is heating, and it decreases when we go to warmer climates like Valencia, for example, where the cooling consumption is almost as big as heating, and domestic hot water is the highest of the energy consumption that we see in Valencia. So far, it is something to be expected. When it comes to the LCA results, we can see that those are not as straightforward as the ones we saw before. We can see that the carbon emissions don't follow the same trend as the energy consumption. This is probably due to the country electricity mix, which refers to different sources of energy consumption that a country has. That increases the difference between Munich and the rest of the countries and reduces the difference between these Spanish cities and the rest. We can also see that the impacts and the emissions are not as low as we could have expected, which gives already the idea that in order to achieve regenerative sustainability, we have to take more extreme measures. To conclude, we can say that using conventional thermal insulating materials is not enough to achieve regenerative sustainability. We also can say that a wood frame is not enough either. We need to use more bio-based materials, either wood or others, to really lower the impact. We also can say that the electricity mix plays a major role in the impacts of a house. The keys to achieve the regenerative goal are bio-based materials, renewable energy, and technologies for energy optimization. We would like to thank the following institutions for funding this research, and thank you very much for listening.